It's Corolla things. Probably most importantly, Corolla front tyres. M&H Race Masters 245 55 15. They're radials and they have tread. So in my vague interpretation of UK law, they're my road tyres. So yeah, I don't know if they're really road legal. I think they're DOT approved, so if it was America it'd be fine. Here I think it has to be more than DOT, but whatever. They got tread. You know, they have got more tread than the ones that are on there now. Literally, the tread blocks on this are, you know, there's more grooves, put it that way, than what's on it. So whatever, if they're legal, these are legal. They are to me. Fucking hell. The amount of things my cars are like, this is one of the more legal parts. But yeah, yeah, 245 55 15. That's 26 inch tall. As you can see from there, they're a bit bigger than the current ones in height, only about inch or so. You can't see properly, they're tucked up in the arches a bit, but these ones, I measured them, they're about 25 inch tall. These are about an inch taller. Well, I measured these and they were slightly less than 26, and these were whatever, but it was about an inch in it anyway. So it's, you know, the arches will need some love, but I get these on. I mean, they're 215s is what's currently on them. This is 245s, so again, it's only 30 mil. I'll get 30 mil out of them arches as soon as my mate turns up with the arch roller. I've mentioned this before, a long time ago I think, but you know, not like hardly anyone watches my videos, but you might not have seen it back then. But this is the wheels that the Corolla's going to run, because currently it's on 5.5 inch wide standard Corolla like alloys, and obviously 5.5, even with these 215s on them, are like bulging out miles, so I would have no hope of getting these 245s on them really. So I've got these, which are lighter than the standard wheels, but also wide enough to get them on no problem. And these aren't real RPF ones or whatever, they're Menke wheels. These are copies. They're made by Superlight, but they are super light. They're brand new, as you can see. I didn't buy them new, I ain't got that kind of money, but somebody had them and never used them, so they fitted tyres to them and that's it. So I got them ages ago, and some funky looking alloys like this kind of takes the sleepiness away a little bit. Not loads, because you know, they're still only like little 15s. It's, in this day and age, it's nothing special. But I have a trick up my sleeve, and that is these Toyota wheel trims. And thanks to the style of this wheel, which is entirely on purpose, one of the reasons I got them, you can make them look like standard Steelers with wheel trims, and that's a fucking sleeper. Imagine getting destroyed in your supercar by some shit fucking Corolla with wheel trims, and it'd be wheel trims with cable ties holding them on as well, because they won't stay on properly otherwise. I'm gonna get them tyres fitted tomorrow before I come to the workshop, and then pray at the fucking arch roller comes tomorrow, because it'd be good to sit the wheels on the car just to, you know, just to see how it goes and how it looks, and just get one job ticked off the list. Another day at the workshop, and this probably looks better than usual because I'm using my YouTuber starter kit, as in my iPhone, because I left the GoPro and everything at home. But things are happening. Big, massive tyre things. That's the old tyres and wheels. It's the new ones. These were what are they? 215 50 15 Dunlop DO3Gs, semi-slicks, as you can see, on a real skinny standard 5.5 inch alloy, like the standard G6 ones. New wheels are these bad boys, M&H Race Masters 245 55 15. That's 26 inch tall, 245 wide on a 7.5 by 15. I put them side by side so you can see the difference. It's about 2 inches taller, I would say, roughly. 2 inches taller, about an inch and a bit wider. The tyres, the wheels, sorry, are 2 whole inches wider because it's 5.5, 7.5. But, and obviously these are massively grippier because they're drag radials. So although these are, you know, track semi-slicks, they're nothing compared to how soft these are. Even you can feel it. These are soft, but they don't weigh much different, thankfully. I've whacked them on the scales already. Despite these being 2 inches wider alloy and obviously a massively bigger tire, it weighs 2 kilos more than these did. It's 16 and 18 kilos, which ain't bad. It's mostly down to the actual alloys are light as fuck, but the tires are crazy light too. I didn't expect that. They're some of the lightest tires I've seen in this size. Well, they are the lightest tires I've seen. But I've already gone to town on the arches. Fuck. And this is only limited by that. I can go, look.
Yeah.
I can go way, way further if I wanted to. Easiest car I've ever had to roll the arches.
No, but I've never seen anything like it.
No. I weren't even sure this was steel, it was that flexible, but it is, because there's a couple of rusty bits.
The whole thing just flexes and moves.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's good though for this.
Look at that.
And yeah, that is nowhere near. Look, yeah. I can still lift it off that. I reckon I could stretch it more if I sat this out a bit and put some space on. And look, they're on. Just with the arch roller. Look, covers the old tread, so road legal, none of that fucking usual front wheel drive drag car shit in the UK where the tyres stick up there and looks like a clown car. Because this is meant to be, well, it is a road car. Notice my hubcaps, so it looks like shitty steels to most people. It's not really though. But yeah, proper Toyota hubcaps. So yeah, good times. I've had them both on. I just took this one off to weigh it, but I've done both arches. This one was that arch, it was already damaged, which is fine because I want this thing to look shit because it's a sleeper. So absolutely ideal. So job done. Right, now the arches and wheels and tyres are done on the Corolla. It's time to sort the seats out. When I bought the car, I had a standard G6 interior because it is a G6, and I stripped out the rear and just had it with one driver's bucket seat, which was literally a 99 quid special off eBay. But I sold that and I thought, oh, no big deal, I'll just chuck one of these motor drives I've got in it. Trouble is, turns out they're wider, so they don't fit on the standard frames. Well, not the standard frames, the frames I modified for the previous seats. But I reckon I can just cut them off, cut the side mounts back off, move them further out and weld them back on again. So it should be no big deal. But I'll try that. And the old seat, that's the seat I got from the scrapyard the other day just to drive this here. That's from Almera or some shit. It sort of fits, but it's got the same feet. So I'm going to butcher that to make mounts for the other seat for the passenger side. So for the first time ever, it should have 2 buckets rather than 1. I was thinking, oh, while I've done this, I'll take some more weight out of it and maybe remove the sound deadening from under the floor. So I had a quick peek under here, and it turns out I'd already done that. I just put the carpet back afterwards. I don't remember. Makes sense, that's what I prefer to do, but I don't remember even touching it. But yeah, so it's got no sound deadening in anyway, so this car is about as light as you're realistically getting without removing dashboards and shit like that. These things aren't very light. It's 1060 kilos even in this state. So yeah, because they're quite well built cars. So fine, after some chopping, the motor drive bucket seat is in a good place. I've not welded it onto the mounts yet. Literally going to be back on the original Toyota mounts as per before, because the original Toyota mounts make it nice and flat. So these side mounts, they're off. I don't even know what they're off. I think it was off the original seat that was in this car, and they don't suit this one. They're shit. There's very little adjustment. Like honestly, the only place where the screws will go in, bolts will go in both sides, is this at fully bottom, that at fully top. Anywhere else you'd have to elongate the holes to even fit, because it's some dog shit side mount. But at first I thought, well, I don't want to do that, so I just put it in the way it would go in, and it's very lean back, and I thought, you know what, that's gonna be not good. But I sat in it, and funnily enough, it's perfect. It's super comfy, it's really low, and while it looks like a bit of a gangster lean just from looking at it, as soon as you sit in it, it's like, oh, it's bang on. You can reach the gear stick, and the pedal's just nice. The only thing is, I reckon I could maybe do with is the steering wheel. It's not too far away. I cut my thumb open. It's not too far away, but it could be a bit closer, and I've got like a spare deep dish wheel, so I might chuck this one away, which is just a standard Toyota one, and because none of this works anyway, it's all bullshit, and fit the deep dish one, just so it brings it a bit closer. But generally the seating position is lovely, really comfy. I can reach all the pedals no problem. It's not like I'm stretching. Gears are, you know, about the right place. If it was any further away, that'd be too far, but it's not, it's fine. And steering wheel, it's not too far, but I do feel like I'm stretching out a bit too much. I kind of like the steering wheel. Well, you see it on race cars, really, they have the steering wheel dead close to them. And this car, to be honest, it's not a track car. It's not even a go around corners car. So, you know, I'm not too massively fussed about having the ultimate fucking control over the wheel. But I still, you know, obviously want it as good as possible. And so yeah, I reckon I might bring it slightly closer to me, and it'll be a smaller wheel then as well. And also it'll save about a kilo, because it's some fucking airbag wheel. But yeah, that's where I am. I just got to weld these side mounts to the original Toyota mounts, and we're done. I'm fucking tired. No passenger seat yet, because I spent ages cutting the original Toyota mounts off that Avensis seat I got from the scrapyard, and while they're, you know, by first glance the same, they're not. None of, I like, especially the front ones, it's the same style, but the angle is much steeper than on these, so they would have to be modified to even use anyway, which kind of took away my enthusiasm for even fitting a passenger seat. So it might still just never have one. Passengers weigh more anyway, it slow the car down. I mean, yeah, it's nice sometimes to take people out to scare the shit out of them, but the MX-5's got 2 seats, they can go out in that. It's safer than this as well. I'm very tired. Right, I think that's enough for this video, and for me today. I'm fucking knackered, I can't be bothered doing anymore. I have done a lot, as you've seen though, so not bad for a day's work. Hope you liked it, and do the usual, subscribe, tell people, like, comment, all that. I mean, hardly anyone watches these videos, but it'd be good for it to get big one day, you never know. So anyway, hope you liked it, and plenty more where this is coming from, because it'll be engine out time soon, new engine in soon, and time to properly rip it. So see you next time.